All right, Alayna, can you give us a little bit of a recap on your season last season?
We went 22-4, and we made it to super sectional and lost against Nicolay. And we lost 2 seniors last year, so we're coming back very experienced.
Okay, and with that loss to Nicolay, that was in the Super Sectional or Super Tuesday. Can you give us a little bit of just a recap of that game and your feelings after that game and how those will kind of motivate you for this year?
Well, that game got postponed 2 days, so we kind of had the excitement of that for a while. And we started off very weak and got down, dug ourselves a hole, and then at halftime we regrouped, talked about everything we talked about in our practices and walkthroughs, and kind of just settled down a little bit, and then we made a comeback and ended up losing by 6.
Okay, and you talked about how that game was kind of postponed. You played that game on Thursday.
Yep.
The winner of that game went to state to play on Friday. How much of a factor was that in your guys' head, or was it at all?
It was a big factor because the state games had already started, and if we won, we had to go right to state, so we had to have bags packed, and it was kind of a bummer to go home and unpack your bag knowing you weren't even there. So
Let's talk a little bit about this season and, what are your goals for the season, both individually and for your team?
I have high hopes for my team this year. We're, again, only losing 2 seniors, and so we're coming back very experienced. And so I'm hoping state is definitely a goal. Hopefully we'll get past, I don't think there is Super Tuesday this year, but hopefully we'll get there, and a state or a conference championship for sure.
I think your guys' game kind of helped eliminate Super Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I know you're here for Senior Media Day despite having to rush back to West Bend for a volleyball game. Can you talk a little bit about other sports that you participate in high school?
I play volleyball, and then in the spring I play AU basketball, so I don't play a spring sport. But for volleyball, we're going to be very competitive, and we're 6-0 this year. So.
Okay. Big game you have circled on your calendar already this year, one that you're already looking forward to?
Yeah. Sheboygan North has actually become a pretty big rival for us. We split games last year. They won at our house, and we won at theirs. And they just have great defense. They play the same game we do, so it's a challenge. And then also Pius, because we play them early in the season for non-conference, and we haven't played them since the state championship, so that's definitely a game we have circled.
Okay. Can you give a little bit of a background of, your college thoughts? Where, I know you've made a decision. Can you tell us where you're going and what helped you make that decision?
I'm going to UW Parkside, and I'm very excited about it. I went there for a visit, and it just felt like the right fit for me. The campus and the players and the coach, just everything was great, and I just could see myself going there.
Okay, and last question. Most influential person in your basketball career, and why?
I would have to say my dad, because he taught me all my fundamentals and everything I know about the game, and he's just been there through my whole basketball career, and I couldn't have done it without him.
All right, thanks, Alayna, for coming up. Good luck this year.